Yeah. Eagles wear boxing. Y'all know what it is. We coming up, baby. That's right. Yeah, I had this system. Ever since man, ever since I stopped paying, they like, yeah, you don't want to pay us. You don't want to be a premium. We're gonna give you subpar uh, service. And they get me. I keep forgetting about it. I'm like, well, let me just reset everything. You know what I mean, and then just start the whole program over. But yeah, they get eagle. They be getting. I'm not gonna give them no money, man. I might if they keep it up. I'll have to. They probably listen in like, yeah, he said he's gonna pay us. That's extortion, man. Like, yeah, he gonna pay us. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, we're gonna just talk a little bit. We're gonna get into it a little bit. I didn't want to until late. Well, I guess we're getting pretty late. Yeah, we're gonna get into it like a little bit more, and then next week we'll get into it a little bit more. Yeah, we're gonna get into it a little bit more, because that's what we have to do. Because people, they're gonna take sides. So yeah. Well, hopefully these people don't think that I'm on anybody's side. I know they do because of the way I talk. They just, oh yeah, you always talking up. They think I'm in love with fighters or something. Man, please, I'm the wrong person, man. I'm into boxing, so that's what I'm into. And not just that, I'm into sports. You know what I mean? So that's just what it is. I just got a notification. I don't even know. I don't even have this device set up for notification. What is it? Hold on a second. Oh, okay. It's the media workout shit. That's shit. I don't need no notification for no media workout. I don't care how somebody's hitting the mitts right now. How they shit. You're a professional. You've been hitting the mitts for shit. Then 30 years you've been hitting mitts and stuff. So man, out of here. Out of here. I don't care nothing about how you hitting mitts. I care about how you hitting people. That's what I care about. You know what I mean? I care about how you hit people. If you hitting people the right way, and that's what's up. Yep. But hopefully, yeah. And hopefully they will, you know, we don't have to just talk about how somebody's hitting bags. That we'll get some explanation, a little bit more than that. That's what I would like. more than just worrying about, how somebody's hitting the bag and, oh, he looked good hitting the bag. Well, so what? You're supposed to look good hitting the bag. How are you supposed to look? If you're a professional fighter, how you should, and you've been fighting over 20 years, how should you look on a heavy bag? You should never look slouchy and sloppy on the, maybe the speed bag. Some people never really get the speed bag, or they just don't care about the speed bag as much. And some people like want to do more on the speed bag, like double hit, want to hit it back this way, want to hit it to the side. Some people just don't care about that because you ain't hitting nobody like that. I notice all these different speed drills and all that these fighters are doing. Even they got the kids doing this. Well, the kids have to maybe throw a little bit faster hands, and they have to land certain parts of the gloves when they amateur. But all that speed, like I said, it don't work out in the fight. The way you ain't walking over to somebody and just shoe shining out on them right away. When you start practicing those type of things, then you're not practicing hitting and not getting hit. You know what I mean? I see my brother Jay Brown out here. Jay Brown says, salute the Eagle, the can man Webb. That's right. The can man. Anybody can and will. It's not just can, brother. It's can and will. You see my title up there, man. I'm going to have a lot of people hiding out. It's going to be me and you today, brother. They going to get scared to come in here today. Oh, they go ego hating again. Man, y'all got me effed up if you think I'm hating and I'm somebody's fan. Yeah, I'm a fan of boxing, but some of the guys, I like some of the guys better than I like some of the other guys. They just don't like that I talk about, when I talk about like Crawford and I talk about, nobody got mad when I talk about Sean Porter, but they love Bud so much. If I talk about Bud, they lose their mind. When I talk about Sean Porter, when I talk about Amir Khan, when I talk about, what's the other guy? Brooks. When I talk about Brooks, ain't nobody gonna say nothing. When I talk about Fury, a couple of people get butthurt about that. If I talk about Canelo, a couple of people get butthurt. But when I talk about Bud, the masses get hurt. Oh no, not Bud. He's the chosen one. He's like a Christ type of figure. They get so mad when I talk about Bud. All of them. I talk about Earl. I talk about any of them. Well, we never hear you talk about Earl. I talk about Earl. I just don't get in on him as much because it's nothing. It ain't nothing for me to really cover. They can get on him like they said he's kissing somebody or twerking and all. Yeah, y'all can get in on all that if you want. You can get in on all that. The same thing y'all did with Wilder. Yeah. Broner, everybody clowning. Won't y'all go in on Broner? Y'all love Broner though. Won't y'all go in on Broner? Because Broner is clowning too. Broner's clowning. He clowning Terrence Crawford. At least I'm not clowning him. I try to make stuff. I try to make things make sense. And once I try to make stuff make sense, everybody get all mad and stuff. That's why I put it up there. I'm doing Budsplaining versus Errolsplaining. So Budsplaining versus Errolsplaining. So understand, folks, what I'm talking about. Ladies and gents, when I'm talking about Budsplaining and when I'm talking about Errolsplaining. And I'm not talking about them themselves explaining what they're going to do. What I'm explaining is what fans are talking about. Y'all gonna get mad again. And stay mad. You can stay mad at me. Oh man, I know somebody that, I lose followers, and then guess what? I get a couple more. I lose a couple, I get a couple. There's always been a never-ending battle with me when it comes to, I've never went, real high. I mean, I could. On other forums, I got a lot of fans. But on here, it's just a little bit different. On other forums, I got thousands of fans, but on this YouTube, I don't have thousands of fans. I don't want them. I don't want no fake fans. I don't want nobody who's getting all hurt, like they all butt hurt. You getting all butt hurt easy? Oh, my feelings. So what? I don't care about your feelings. Fuck your feelings. Yeah. Matter of fact, maybe I need to take these down too, though. 'Cause I don't know. Shit, I got banned again. I got banned in other countries and shit. I forgot which countries I was banned in. Yeah, but I got banned. I got banned in some countries again. They not really gonna do nothing, I guess. But they just got me banned. Like, who just got you banned? The bad guy. Eagle's the bad guy. I don't know when have I become like the bad guy? Well, he's the bad guy. No, I ain't trying to be. I ain't trying to be the bad guy. But I just end up being the bad guy. Just because people get so upset about everything. All I know is you're not being fair, Eagle. Ain't no fairness. I'm raw. And fairness, very sensitive when you talk about their boyfriends. Yeah, they get all, yeah, brother. They get all, like, all upset and stuff like that. Now, okay, so let me break this down. It's just me and, so this is me and Jay Brown and whoever else is in the background checking it out. I know y'all there because y'all always hiding and shit. Y'all need to drop down and say something. Come talk to the brother, man. Y'all come talk to him. Stop coming in here just trying to, oh, Eagle, so hateful. Stop coming in here with that narrative. It's not. What I did is I went from forum to forum and media to media, and I'm just looking around. And when it comes to something, now let me explain. When it comes to, when I put Budsplaining. So when it comes to Budsplaining, this is, the narrative is very simple. It's into a nutshell. Bud Crawford is going to outbox Errol Spence. End of conversation. That's Budsplaining. How's he going to do it? To the ones that are doing the Budsplaining, how's he going to do it? So the Budsplainers are just, they'll say, see, now listen to what I'm saying. He's quicker. He's slicker. Got better moves. Better IQ. So that's the type of stuff you, when you Budsplain, I see you down there, Derek. Salute to Derek Bailey. Salute to Gil Coles out there. I see you. Salute Eagles Web. Salute Eagle. Yeah. And salute, Derek Bailey said salute to Jay Brown. Yep. Me and Jay Brown. And another thing they say is that, and this, like I said, when I say they, I'm talking about, I'm not going to put anybody in particular, but every forum that I've been to, old media, new media, and things like that. Yeah, see, Jay Brown said, no, he's going to stop. He's going to stop him, case closed. Yeah. But, but their explanation, so when you do Budsplaining, so Budsplaining explanation is just like what Jay Brown put down there right now. Oh, he going to stop him. That's all there is to it. Boom. I mean, and I'm going to try to get more down Friday. Oh, if I don't get this, because I'm supposed to go, I was supposed to be working for an agency on Friday. So I may not be able to come in until Saturday, early or late. Yeah, we're gonna still talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. Regardless of what my schedule is, we're gonna make it a point to talk about it. Yeah, but the Budsplainers, you guys know I'm gonna have words, right? So the Budsplainers will say not that he's gonna stop Earl, case closed, bam, that's period. He's gonna outbox Earl, point blank, that's period. He got better ring IQ than Earl, that's why he's gonna win, point blank, period. As if there's nobody on the other side of the ring with him, is the way that they're explaining it. Like if you Budsplain, that he's gonna stop him, in 3 rounds, 4 rounds. I've heard ridiculous stuff like 4 rounds, 6 rounds, or whatever. It's almost as bad as Raleigh was talking about how he was going to take Davis out in what, 1 or 2 rounds. It's almost that bad. It's almost like, so Earl's not even, he's not even a fighter. So up until this point, he has done nothing. Everything he's done, he hasn't been in any fights, no wars and nothing like that. Never been hurt. Just is all. Everything's been a cakewalk for him. And I even noticed some of the opponents that he beat up, they have hate for him. I don't think Ugas does. Danny Garcia has a little bit. He's slick talking a little bit, but see, you can't slick talk, Danny Garcia. You can't slick talk and don't think people don't understand the undertones and don't understand what you're saying. Same thing with you, Kell Brook. You can't slick talk. And you from over in England, you damn sure can't out slick talk us over here, man. Don't try to play us. Timothy Bradley, slick talking. Who else? Sean Porter, you slick talking. Even your father came. Even your father came clean. Your father said, "I don't even want to break it down." He said, I say I'm just gonna say I'm favoring Spence. I don't even want to go into details. And you got some people just right away, they just know that, hey, this guy is a punisher. Even when we're not talking about Errol Spence, we're doing Budsplaining. So I'm trying to get into you guys' head when you run into these people. You might be one of them. I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at if you're one of them. But what I would like for you to do is I would like for you to be honest. I want you to clean your act up just a little bit. When it comes to Budsplaining, please just clean up your act a little bit. And make sure y'all hit them thumbs up before y'all come in and drop down into the web. I just want y'all to clean it up just a little bit. I'm not saying that you have to change and nothing like that, but just clean it up, make it more. Can we have like a dialogue about it? Can we have some kind of a? Can we, get something that's more solid than it's just going to happen? Because Budsplainers, they talk about it like it's just going to happen. I see my brother D-Lo out there, D-Lo 404 salute, brother. Yeah. So they just say it's like it's going to happen. Like I said, I'm in nobody's. The only person that I really back up right now is I back up Tank, even though Tank got a little bit of trouble. I know. And so sometimes, so I'm guilty of doing the same thing as I accuse people of doing. I'm guilty because usually, like, everybody like keeps Adrian Broner as their little brother, and I more or less I cut him loose, but I haven't cut Tank loose yet. And I guess the reason being is because I have so much fun with him. It's just like in here, our mods, you know what I mean? It's just like Gil Cole. See, Gil Cole, me and him go back. We used to always go back and forth. Me and Gil Cole always go back and forth. And then plus he's always going to jump on Eagle. Before you know it, the show will be a whole Eagle jump in the first place. But I tolerate him and I still put up with him. I like Gil Cole. Can't nobody else F with him like that but me. I mean, if he wasn't a mod, nobody could come in here and just like say certain shit without getting clapped. You feel me? So it's different. So some people we hold like in the headlock, put their head under our arm. I did that one time in front of a guy. He was a melanin challenge guy. And so I had my little boy, like, I had him in the headlock, right? And I was going like this, because we do stuff like that. Didn't messing with him. I was rubbing. I said, give me some of that. I said, give me that head over there like that. And, he couldn't understand that type of a bond because they don't have the same type of bonds like some people do. I don't know. I get stumbled tongue because I don't like to have to try to clean up my language and talking cold when I'm explaining shit to y'all. But y'all understand. Y'all know what I mean. Y'all already know what I mean. If you don't know what I mean, put up a 1. Don't F with me today, y'all. But anyway, I'm down here. Jay Brown said at Derek Bailey, salute, brother. He said also at Gil Cole, salute. Gil Cole's is at Derek Bailey with the 1 honey. Derek Bailey said I always hear 6 or 7 rounds. Well, I know. Okay, so Derek, you hear 6 or 7 rounds, but what kind of explanation do you get? That's all I want to know, man. I don't mind. I don't care if Earl can lose. Then let it be. I mean, if he's gonna lose, but if he can win, let that be. But I mean, but let's hear some kind of, let's get more of a breakdown than just 6 or 7 rounds. So what's the breakdown there when you hear 6 or 7 rounds? What kind of breakdown are you getting? Okay, D-Lo said he got that thumbs up good. Okay, Gil Cole said I got EJ winning, but I ain't carrying his gym bag. Well, you are carrying this gym bag. If somebody comes in here and see that you got EJ winning, then you carrying this gym bag, you carrying this strap. That's how bad this fight is. What y'all don't understand, Jay Brown, is the narrative for this fight is so bad. The not the narrative, but the I would say like the fanboy base and fangirl base is so bad that no matter what side you go for, and I'm telling you, and you can say I'm biased if you want to, but I'm telling you it's worse on the Budsplaining side than it is on the Errol side. Because I've been listening too. And a lot of people that have been rocking with Bud is going over to EJ side. Now, and a lot of people that was on EJ side, they're not really going to Bud side, but they're just going like in the middle, like, I don't know, 50-50. They'll go 50-50 before they go to Bud. But a lot of people that's on Bud side, they'll go to Earl side before they go to 50-50, which is crazy. Especially when Derek's talking about that they talking about 6-7 rounds. But I just want to know the technique that he's using to do all that. Yeah, but you definitely as a strap rider, if you pick Earl, no matter which one of us, no matter if y'all pick Earl to win, you're a strap rider. I'm sorry, that's just what it is. Derek Bailey says salute at D-Lo 404, Gil Coles at D-Lo 404, Gil Coles 100. Pigment, D-Lo said pigment challenge. Yeah, there's never an explanation. Just a definitive result. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That part right there. And that's part of Budsplaining. So people think I pick on Bud. Man, I like Bud a lot when it comes to boxing. You know, if you would have seen the way I was rooting for him, I was at the casino when I was rooting for him when he even fought Benavidez. I was like mad. I got mad because he wasn't taking him out like soon enough. Matter of fact, I was putting my head down. I was on my way outside the casino. I said, man, he ain't going to put him out. And then finally he got him out. Yep. Okay, D-Lo says salute to all. Yeah, so that's what they do for us, like the Budsplainers. The Budsplainers will just give you, like Derek said, they'll just give you a round. And thank y'all for being an astute audience and understanding what I was saying. Even D-Lo came back talking about pigment challenge. Yeah, because some people don't understand the family bond with us is a little bit different than other people. I mean, they gravitate to it once they see it. They pick up. That's why they pick up everything that we do. Like a lot of things that we do culturally and stuff. People pick that stuff up, but we share with each other. But then again, we will drop stuff so quick. You know, they'll keep traditions. Like a lot of cultures will keep tradition. It's like it's almost like we'll abandon a tradition just to come up with something new because we see too many people. Like if too many people like bite what we doing, then we'll just switch up and say, no, we ain't gonna do that shit no more. We're gonna do something else. And we just do something else. And then they'll just drop it too. Like, okay, I'll just do something else too. They'll be like, oh yeah, I gotta do something else because we gotta keep up with y'all. We gotta copy what y'all doing. Jay Brown said, D-Lo, salute, brother. He got the hand up good. I see y'all. Yeah. But Budsplaining. So the whole definition now of Budsplaining is setting up an example for something without, a result, without any explanation of how you get to that result. So in other words, it's just results. So Budsplaining is equals to just results. It's not equal. There's no cause and there's no effect. So in other words, there's nothing that's going to be done in like a B, C to Z order in order to get it done. It's just done. It's almost like miracle shit. It's almost like miracle stuff. Like boom, this is what we said. That's what it did. Boom. Okay, that's it. Just results only. So it's just they base everything they talk about on only results. No, we can't deal with no kind of hypotheticals or reality. We can't deal with that. It has to be It has to be whatever we say. 6-7. That's it. I don't want to hear nothing. It's like turning. This is what I hear. Never an explanation. EJ just gonna break him. No explanation. No plan B, C, nothing. Just try plan A harder, and hope Crawford don't catch him in between shots. Yeah, Crawford would catch him. I haven't been to any. I haven't been to anywhere where I just heard that where Earl was just gonna just break him with no explanation. The great trainers or whoever's out there still, what I'm mostly hearing when it comes to Earl is his work rate is what I'm hearing. His work. Most people are saying that Earl has excellent boxing skill. A lot of people say that his jab is going to take him to victory. That his jab and pressure, stuff like that. I mean, I don't expect them to break it down scientifically, but I don't want them to just. But see the difference between somebody, at least somebody on Earl's side, at least they say something. Well, you're saying that they said they're just going to break him, but I don't know, without punching. So even if you said something like Earl's going to pressure him, and the pressure's going to break him down. Now, even if you said that, at least that's something. You understand what I mean? It's not like it's just a result. It's like Derek threw up there. 6-7. It's a done deal. 6-7. Okay, how 6-7? You didn't put pressure. You didn't put jab. You just put. All you did was just say, when it's going to end. He's knocking him out 6-7. I've heard that a lot. I heard he's knocking them out early, like 4th round. Jay Brown said it at D-Lo. He said that's a good. He said that's a 1-1 problem with this as a fighter came up with first. Yep, the one fighter. So now let me go to the Errolsplaining side. So the Errolsplaining side, from what I'm seeing mostly, and I'm not saying what D-Lo said is. I'm not saying what he's saying is not accurate. Because it may be accurate for what he's witnessed and what he have actually said, what he's actually seen, But it's not accurate for what I've seen and what I've listened to. What I'm listening to is Errolsplaining. Errolsplaining is it, and I'll go back to the Bud too. So I'll put Bud with him. So they say Bud starts off a little slow. Earl's gonna have pressure on him right away. So when they say pressure, they break down pressure. So Earl's gonna come in. Earl's gonna be going to the, he's gonna be going to the body, jabbing, and doing his usual thing, his work rate. He's just gonna keep his work rate up. And to me, doing that type of explanation, at least you're saying, you're giving somebody a cause. This is the cause. This is the cause of what affects Bud in the long run, and how we end up with the result of Earl winning. I'm not saying nothing about knockout. I'm just saying that an Errolsplainer is usually going to tell you something more on the likes, like, it's going because of the jab, because of the coming in, working the body, cut. And another thing I see with Earl is cutting off the ring, making Bud, fight, making it a dog fight. We may end up with a Hagler Hearns. Who knows? We may end up with a Hagler Hearns type. So, but the reason I titled it this way is because it's getting kind of tiring to just not hear anything from any of the fighters. But Bud has tricks, or that's not a trick. Is not going to. You can't just win with somebody with just tricks. If you have a house, a big house or something like that, and you got one trap in your whole house to try to catch thieves or whatever, and they never go past that trap, then how successful were you at trapping somebody who was robbing you? how it's successful if they didn't have, if they only got one trap. And also, I would like to hear at least, how somebody explain how this 6 and 7 that Derek brought up, how's that happening? We just want to know how. We ain't mad at you. We just want to know how. Oh, T said, oh, it's the trainer, yeah. But we just want to hear. We want to hear more hows. I mean, I can pull them up, but we'll get our live taken down if I start pulling up some of them. Let me see. Should I even name drop? Y'all can look for them for yourself, but I can name drop. Yeah. And another reason that I'm more favoring Earl also is I don't know if Bud has any kind of respect for Earl. Like Earl don't bring nothing to the table. I mean, it's good to have confidence, but to actually feel that like he don't have nothing, like it's more or less like you're saying he's like he's not bringing nothing to the table. Oh, because he said like he don't have. I mean, I've seen it all. Really? For me, I wouldn't go in with that type of attitude. He might just be blowing smoke though, but I wouldn't go in with the attitude I saw everything. Yep. I would never go in there if he's that much better than Earl. Then I'll be shook. I'll be like, damn, I guess he is that much better. If it's really like that. But to go in and just look at it like, you don't have a chance because I've seen everything. I don't know. I think that might be a little bit too much confidence to me. That might be a little bit overconfidence. You end up getting in trouble. Gilco said if EJ lose, I'll eat my crow with a smile. Hashtag play the flute. Yeah, but the thing about it, Gil, is we're in here to, try to assess. I'm not even in here trying to be right about nothing. I'm just in here trying to assess with everybody else. I'm trying to get, somebody else's take on something. You know what I mean? That's what this discussion is about. Besides me talking about the explanation shit. I got the whole page. I might eat the barbecue crow, all of it. I take my crow proudly. Hey, I got a 6-pack in the refrigerator. I'll hold it out. And whatever I got to drink with it, I'll make me some limeade or something like that to go with my crow. I'll just be surprised. Now, the fight can go, 3 different ways. It can go more than 3 different ways, but like 3 different results, or actually, how many results can we have? Let's break down the results. So we can have a split decision. We can have a split draw. We can have a majority decision. We can have a unanimous decision. We can have a TKO. We can have a KO. And we probably won't have a disqualification or something like that. But let's say, for instance, there's 6 different results that can actually happen in this fight. But I didn't want to say it like that. I brought that up because somebody, this can happen. Yes, but for the most part, we're going to have some type of decision. We're going to have some type of decision. Whether we like the decision or not, we're going to have some kind of decision. And that's what a lot of people just got to understand. There's going to be a decision in this fight. And so the thing is, since there's going to be a decision, we need to have better decisive information about how we get to that decision. Or we have to have better information. You can't just throw out. I mean, they're doing it anyway. They're going to just throw out on 6, 7 rounds. Bud got him now. Bud's gonna smoke. He's fishing. Bud going. So you start running into the same narrative to where you start thinking that it's really gonna happen the way that he said that. Oh, I'm going out there fishing. I'm gonna have a fish fry and all that. And y'all start seeing it, and you start envisioning it, and you start thinking Earl is really that fish that's gonna get hooked and breaded and all that and fed to everybody else. Come on, that's actually I mean, I'm not gonna say it's disrespectful, but somebody told you that they was gonna fish for you and then obliterate you and just give you to everybody, you wouldn't take it. No matter how they said it, you probably wouldn't take it like that. I don't know. You might. Some people will. Yeah, I guess you will. You ain't got no confidence in yourself. Yeah, you gonna beat me real bad. Come on, please. If that was the case, Adrian Broner should have got beat to death by Madonna, but he didn't. He didn't even get knocked out. Which I think AB, if he would have been playing his cards right, he could have won that fight. But you know, I didn't give up. But D'Lo said that Bud is tricky. He said EJ is a volume puncher, Bud is a switcher. Yeah, that switching shit can get your ass cracked too, though. So if you take away from EJ's IQ, then well, he ain't gonna catch you switching, cause you can get caught switching. You might not get caught by some of these other fighters. As a matter of fact, I will bring it up. I forget the exact fight, but he did actually get caught switching one time, and I don't know if it was against Postal or it might have been his 13th fight, something like that. I forget who the guy was. I think it was his 13th fight where he got caught trying to switch. And so Earl's a lot better than these guys that they call him, say EJ breaks motherfuckers. It's all a bunch of rudimentary stuff. There's nothing analytical behind those statements. Yeah, but that's what we're looking for, though. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for, like, you know, okay, let's just remember how we broke down, like, when we first started doing this, as we broke down. So I'll let you guys, so let's just assess it now. I know a lot of you got, like, Bud winning. More people in here have EJ winning than have Bud winning. So let's go over a few of them, because I don't have my list. Let me see. Just hold on. I might have it over here on this desk over here. Okay, so this is actually going to probably, when I go over this, it's probably going to help out. It will probably help everybody assess Bud more than Earl. Just trying to put it there. Yeah. But D'Lo again said, man, I don't care if one of these guys would win in one round or split decision, the winner getting the credit for me. Yeah. I ain't paying much attention to what's said to each other. Yeah. All the verbiage. The only reason I'm bringing this up is because it has gotten to the point where it's just like, come on, man, y'all just like kind of full of it. But let's just for fun, let's go ahead and let's put it up. Let's just put up the things that we know that you need. First of all, I will scratch these two out. First of all, do they both want to fight each other? So we'll draw that they both want to fight each other. Okay, will they both, do what they have to do to win? Yes, they'll both do what they have to do to win. Do they know how to finish somebody when they got somebody hurt? Yes, they both know how to finish somebody. So that part, so the mental part and the fortitude part is already set. We'll say that we set that in stone. So let's go to physical attributes. So being as a front foot like fighter coming forward, who has the edge? Who you guys think has the edge? Don't just think about it. Just put in your mind what they do on the front foot. Who's better? Who has the better front foot? As a matter of fact, I'm gonna ask who you feel has the better jab. Who has the better jab? And we'll get into it. So when you start weighing it out, I'm not trying to make you change your decision, but you'll probably weigh it out, and you may go to the other side. But just those two things. Front foot and jab. So those are the first two things we work off of. And since you guys are fast thinkers, who has the best? It should be if you think about it, it should be 2-1 right now. Who has the best high guard? and who protects the body more. Let's go there. And y'all starting to have flashbacks, and you guys will understand, because we did this before Jay Brown. When Jay Brown was around, we did this before. We had like about 20. It's good, some points. It's a lot of points. It's good points. So I'm trying to give you more, because you guys always have stuff to work on when it comes to breaking down boxing. So I'll feed it out there, so that way you guys will be able to, respond back. Yep, your Cole's laughing. Yep. Yeah. For me, it's like, it could be a Tommy Hearns Hagler fight. If that's how y'all want to do it, then y'all do it that way. You entertain the hell out of me, I'll get my money's worth. Man, I bet DQ paying a serious bank. Shit. You know what? And I'm gonna tell you something, D-Lo, and that shit, it's not like it's 100% out of the question. It's not like it's out the question. I just took it off the table, but it's not like it's shit. In the real picture, it's still there. It can still happen. So I'm not going to, like I said, I took it off the table, but shit, that's just me taking it off the table. Man, if that shit happened and somebody went, and that was like something like 1,000 to 1 or something like that, and somebody had 1,000 on it, oh my God, you kidding me? Jay Brown said, "Oh, Eagles Web, you're requiring too much." That means content creators and fans would really need to learn the sweet science. Yeah, hey, but that's why I'm asking you guys. That's why I asked you guys these 4 things. We're gonna keep going, but I asked you guys these 4 things at a time. We'll just go like that, because that way I want you to see it. I'm giving you some things where you can have a mental picture in your head, because you might not think like this when it comes to boxing sometimes. Because I got to put myself in the ring at the same time when I'm thinking about this. And then we're gonna do them out, and like I said, I'm not trying to get you guys to change your decision, but what I'm trying to get you to do is just understand. When I look at stuff, that's how I look at it. I actually look for a few more things. I look at stuff. If I'm sitting down to enjoy a fight, I don't look for nothing. I just like whoever I felt, it's emotional. Whoever I felt won. But if I'm scientifically breaking it down, or if I'm really into it, I'm looking at everything. I'm watching the breathing. I'm looking at everything. I'm watching how much air they taking in. I'm looking at the eyes, the nose. Is he breathing through the mouth or the nose? I'm looking at everything. Is he annoyed? Is he looking side to side? Is he focused? I'm looking at everything. I'm looking at everything because I want to see him break down. Just like when I was watching the Martin fight, which we'll talk about in a second. He could have done more. He did have the guy huffing and puffing, and when Martin did throw punches, that dude can throw. When he gets to firing on your ass, he can fire, man. He got some fire in them guns, man. Yeah. But Jay Brown said I bring too much. Yeah, Gilco said I hope Steve Willis is the referee. Hey, me and you, hey, you and me too, Gil. I do too. Yeah, D-Lo laughing out loud at Jay Brown, and that is certainly too much to ask for these boxing fans. Yeah, I got Crawford winning, and yes, it's by KO in the 8th. I'm your Huckleberry. Well, that's fine. Well, let us know how he's winning in the 8th. How's he doing? He's just doing Earl like he just beating Earl that easy, like 8-rounder. Like Earl, you can't even go 8 rounds. You go 20 rounds normally when you sparring. You sparring everybody, heavy punches and everybody else. Everybody else wearing rib guards and everything else to fight, even to spar with you. But D-Lo said you going out in 8. Jay Brown said Bud got caught switching against Gamboa when he switched southpaw and got hurt. He instinctively switched back to orthodox. Took away Gamboa's right and landed the left hook that dropped Gamboa. It was somebody else too though. I got to pull up. I think it's either his 13th or 15th fight. One of those. It's one of those fights right there. Jay Brown said EJ on the front foot, better jab. Yeah, Eagles question 1. Question 1, whatever edge EJ. No, I said EJ was going to have, like, out of the first 2, I said EJ would probably have 2 out of the 3. But I gave y'all 4. So I'll just take as many as y'all can give me. Now, so for these next points, who has the better like low defense, like protecting the body? Who protects the body better? I hope y'all paying attention though. Who protects the body better? And who has better lateral movement? And I know what you're probably thinking, like, oh, Earl don't have lateral movement. Earl, he does, but I want you to look past it because you're gonna give these points to Bud. You're gonna be like, oh yeah, Bud got better lateral movement, this and that. Okay, but give that to Bud. So if you feel that way, so lateral movement protects the body, and back foot. Whose fights better off the back foot? But if you ask yourself that question, then you have to ask yourself this question too. And I'm cheating by giving you more information. So if you got a better back foot, is it advisable to fight everybody off the back foot? You can catch hell and stop someone in 8. Yeah, but that's not really telling us anything. We trying to get your secret to how is that happening in the 8th round. Just because you catch hell and then all of a sudden you just take somebody out. Bud has better defense and movement. There we go. Gil Cole say, so Bud got the better defense and the better movement. But what Jay Brown made a good point that y'all didn't pay attention to. And Bud even talked about himself. That little guy had a 130-pounder hurt him, and he got hurt when he was switching. So if you got better movement, you don't get caught while you're switching. That means you do everything fluently. Where you getting caught? Is it harder to catch something when it switches smoothly, or when it switches a little erratically? Which one is harder to catch? That's all timing too if it switched. Because like if you got to count on something and it switches, then you got it, right? Because it's more or less doing the count. But now, that's different. You see what I mean? See? Trying to make a point here. I'm not trying to be right. I'm just trying to make a point, trying to gather. Okay? So the foot movement. So a lot of people are going to talk about like the ring IQ. So we're not going to talk about their brain power. Well, because I'm already making things like their mental capacity and all. I'm already washing all that out. So just not even paying attention to none of that. But now this is important in this fight. Who cuts off the ring better? I want a response on this one, so I'm only going to give you guys just that one. When it comes to boxing, which one of those two fighters cuts off the ring a lot better? You don't have to explain how. Just tell me. Yeah. So a lot of the edge so far out of everything I guys asked you is going to Bud. I'm not saying you guys change the Bud. You can. But anyway, you're looking back an awful long way, looking for hope. Crawford going to be sharp shooting come next Saturday. Okay, we're gonna see that sharpshooter. I'm not the difference being is I understand what Bud. That's people think that people that are saying that Bud is probably gonna lose this fight. What people think, they think that we don't know that Bud is sharp and Bud's gonna be. How much sharper is Bud getting older? How much sharper is he getting? Is he really getting that much sharper now? So with age, he's getting like way sharper, and he's gonna be at his sharpest to take Earl out in 8 rounds. And he couldn't even take out Postal, but he's gonna take Earl out in 8 because he's sharper. Okay, I'm not arguing with it. I'm just asking. And see the thing about it is we're not saying that he's not going to be sharp. That's the difference between people that's going with Bud and people that's going with Earl. Is nobody, nobody on Earl's side. Well, I'm not gonna say nobody, but most people on Earl's side is not gonna say the Bud ain't gonna be sharp. The Bud ain't sharp. He ain't gonna catch Earl, nothing like that. Earl looking forward to get caught. Bud is looking forward not to get caught or hurt or seeing nothing different. See, that's the that's one thing that bothers me. And I might have even been going with Bud but when he starts saying stuff like, "Oh, it ain't gonna nothing affects me and nothing," I'm like, "Come on now, yeah, you nothing. Oh, I ain't worried about nothing." He's just like, I'm going in there and I'm just taking him out. And well, shit, if you're gonna do that, you might as well take him out in 1 or 2 rounds. Why even wait 8 to get hurt? You can end up getting hurt. Okay, but Jay Brown said that EJ he said EJ2 against Bud is rounds up better than Amnesia by 2 rounds. Inferior Porter, according to D-Lo 404. Yeah. Yeah, Porter. Oh, even what Porter's dad, and like I said, people jump on me because I say what Porter's dad said. Porter's dad said he stopped the fight because Sean didn't train the way he wanted him to train. Am I just making that up, or can you find that? Now I find something wrong when your head trainer, who is your father, tells you, "I got to stop the fight because you didn't train the way I wanted you to train." Sean Porter was getting caught because he was just leaning forward. He's just no protection whatsoever. And by that time, Bud was already noticing, "Oh, you just leaning over. You ain't gonna try to protect yourself," and was catching him. And Sean was probably winning that damn fight. And I don't care what nobody said. It was close or Sean was winning. And you can get mad if you want to. And I'm definitely not a Sean Porter fan. And you already know that suspect Sean Porter came in suspect. But I'm just saying, go back and look at him. Look and see how he was getting caught. Was it because Bud was so sharp, or was he just Sean wasn't defensively sound? Just go back and look. Don't be so high praising on somebody to where you gotta look at it. Yeah. He said it's on my channel. If that's not satisfactory, I can go in more depth. Yeah, you can go in more depth if you want. Bud gets back foot and okay, he gets back foot and lateral movement. See, so you guys are seeing that he gets a lot. So if looking at all these points, so if you thought, why would I bring all this up if I'm so high on one fighter? Because I told you that you was probably gonna give. So out of everything we talked about, most of the things have been Bud. Bud has probably like 4-3 or 5-2, something like that, on something like that. But you guys didn't answer the last one. The last one I gave you guys, right? Right? Who uses the ring? You know, who uses the ring better? Like this uses the ring. Like use the ring. Since you guys didn't understand it, who uses the ring better? And they would call that like ring generalship, but it's more than that, because generalship is like all around, you know, when you putting everything together. Who has the best cutoff game, like cutting off people in the ring? Yep. It's on my channel. If that ain't satisfactory, I will go in depth. EJ has better ring generalship. Okay, so Gil said that EJ has better ring generalship. Okay, so EJ finally gets some points. The Bud got all the points so far. I believe EJ got better defense because he fights in the pocket and he comes out mostly unblemished. I would think that too. At Jay Brown, I got to tend to agree a little bit with you on that. What I've seen, like I said, when I go back to Sean Porter, so D-Lo thinks I'm going back too far when I say 13, 14 fight. I can go 20th fight or whatever. I don't remember all of them, but I remember the fighters. But you can go back to Sean Porter. I just really don't, to be honest, this is the honest truth. On 147, I don't have a lot to judge Bud on at 147. I don't. I can't give high accolades for Bud at 147 like people want me to. They want me to strap ride Bud at 147 for what he's accomplished at 147. And I just don't see the accomplishments at 147. Yeah, he beat some people at 147, but I just don't. For me, I mean, if would have gave him like Ugas before Earl got him, or Danny Garcia before Earl got him, or something like that, or Sean Porter before Earl got him, Kell Brook before Earl got to him, you know, there's some fights I would have liked to have seen him at 147 to make a better assessment. Yeah, Jake Brown said, I wish Kenny Porter never said that publicly about his son. It took away from Bud's performance, him saying that. It did. But anytime you have to say that, I mean, the thing about Kenny Porter, which I don't necessarily like him and his son, but the thing about him is he was not BSing when he said that. For most part, when I listen to Kenny Porter, he's saying what he means. For the most part, when I listen to him, he's saying what he means. He's not just randomly saying some shit. Oh, you got it 5-3. Okay, 5-3 Spence. Okay. Well, most people have it 5-3 Bud in here. I would think. But we're not finished. We're not finished. Jay Brown said, I got 5-3 Spence so far. Okay. But the reason I brought it up, though, Jake Brown, because I know everybody was going to have different stances on it. That's why I wanted to say it this way. Okay? That's why I wanted to say it this way. So so another point. So inside, like battling inside, who has the better game inside? Like inside fighting, like in the pocket. Who has the better in the pocket game? So in the pocket game, and then we'll do. So we did jab already. So second punch. So who has the best like second punch? So your second punch is what they want to call like a 2. Like that's your jab, and then boom, that's your 2. So either way, jab 2. So who has the better 2 punch? Who has the better inside the pocket game? Y'all can handle 3. So inside the pocket game, second punch, in hook. So who got the better hook? Inside. So now Bud might be ahead 5-3. Jay Brown got him 5. He has EJ had 5-3. So EJ may catch up a little bit on these next 3. Okay, Jay Brown got EJ and Gil Cole's got EJ. So better. I don't need no explanation. Because I'm just asking. This is just generalization. So I just want to find out. So inside Earl's better. Okay, so you guys got 3. You answer them as you will. And who's better at? So we got 3 distances. So who's better at mid-range? So mid-range, the guy with the M. So put up an M, put whoever you got, and then put an M up there. Who's better mid-range? And then who's better long distance? So the reason I want to paint this picture to you guys, because that way, if you start seeing it, then you could probably put the fight together a little bit better too. You can see it like, okay, so I can see outside he's probably going to have the edge at this. But so now you know how the fight's going. Where does he have to stay in order to keep it to where he can get a better opportunity at getting the W? So Spence inside. So Spence get inside. So you guys are breaking it down already. So Spence needs to get inside a little bit better. Front foot. So you're better on the front foot and inside. So inside, front foot. Okay, Gil got mid-range and long range. He got Bud. So that's so. So how many you got for Bud? You got Bud like what? You got Bud like 8-4. Gil 8-3. Okay, Derek Bay driving again. Yeah, how you tell me you never told us about your new job, brother? You didn't want to share it with us? You even give email. You didn't send Eagle no email or nothing, man. And that's why you driving, man. You got a new gig. You working a new gig, man, but you didn't want nobody to know, man. You keeping it on the low. You had to keep it on the low, man. We family up in here, man. Yeah. Jake Brown said, I believe Kenny means that and believes it, but it created controversy for okay for Spence and his fans to use to take away Bud's performance. Um, that's only if you're a fanboy, fangirl, or something like that, Jake Brown. I don't think it really took away from his performance because here at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. A lot of fighters don't train properly and shit. Errol Spence have had fights where he didn't train, so it's just it's with the territory. It goes with the territory. Well, yeah, that's why you got your ass whooped. So it don't matter. We can still say that's why you got your ass whooped. But for me, it wasn't. His preparation. I think that even with his preparation, that he would have still had like a better guard than what he had against Terrence Crawford. You know what I mean? I think he would have still had up a better guard. He just didn't have up a good guard. Let's go back and look at it. There's no good guard of that. Jake Brown said EJ pocket game is the best thing he got going. Yep. In the pocket, yeah. But one of the best things he got is that now I can see now even in my mind I see Earl maybe getting clipped. But I don't know if it hurts him though. That's the whole thing. That's my whole point. I said, yeah, Earl gets clipped, maybe once, maybe twice, but does it hurt him? He gets clipped, but Bud gets hit. Because everybody gets hit. Earl's going to hit you. He's going to hit you. Simple as that. EJ made Bud long. Okay. So you and Gil. So I agree with you on that, Jake Brown, when it comes to EJ in the mid. Gil says mid for Bud and long for Bud. I got EJ mid. I got Bud long. I don't even know what I have, but I think I still have Bud ahead by maybe at least one or two as far as the categories. That's what I was telling people. I said that when you figure these out, except for Jake Brown just pro Earl. Yeah, Earl got this shit, but which is okay. So, and let me put in details what that mid range is. In what that long range is punching. Is actually punching. So if you guys pick that, so it's punching and also defense too. Is your mid-range defense is good? Is your long defense good? So make sure you remember that part too. So is that long defense, is that good? Yeah. Yeah, but we got to do more of we're gonna do a breakdown because we got to see what Bud actually can do, and this helps us out right here. But then we got to put together even in this last fight, because I don't want to hurt people's feelings and go back too far. So we'll do even his last 3 fights, his last 3 or 4 fights. We'll look into it, and we'll see what you were saying about the footwork. I won't even bring up old shit. We'll just look at, footwork. And we'll look at what why were you down on cards? Why should you ever be down on cards if your footwork and everything is that great? Why should you ever be down on cards? Even with EJ don't start down on cards. And if you guys, the people who got mad about my assessment of Brook versus EJ, guess what? EJ was up 2-3 rounds on the scorecards before the stoppage. Did anybody even realize that before Kell Brooks lost? Kell Brooks was already losing on the scorecards over in his territory. Why everybody's getting mad at me? Don't get mad at me. But he was losing. But I just showed you why he lost. I showed you that he was actually fearful when he got up in there. And I don't know, it's something that makes people fearful when they fight in Earl. They fight their heart out. They fight as hard as they can. It's like, God dang, this dude, it's like, I got to beat him up off me. Even Danny Garcia started calling him a middleweight. Oh, he a middleweight. He's strong for middleweight. He said Earl's stronger than any of the guys that he fought. And I'm not taking away from Bud's powerlifting strength. That Bud is real strong. It's not. For me, those just null and void. They just, I'm looking at how much you can take and where you're going to fight at effectively. So that's what we got to look at. So where you're going to fight effectively, and are you going to be able to fight effectively in the place that you want to fight? Okay. So we'll say like switching from southpaw to orthodox. We don't need to use that, so we're gonna probably automatically give that, or we automatically give that one the bud. So we got close up, so in the pocket. We got mid range, and we got kind of a disagreement on mid range when it comes to Gil Coles. He gives both of those um, to bud. Whereas, so we're probably right now. It looks like it might even be a wash that way, because Gil might have 5.5. You see what I mean? Okay. Now let's talk about volume. So when it comes to picking up the pace in a fight, like I need to do more. I need to pick up the pace in a fight. Who you guys got when it comes to tempo of a fight? Who has like the best tempo in the fight? Like, can just bring the punches. Like, I'm gonna bring more punches. Bring more punches, and then bring more, and also with bringing more punches, bring more pressure. So punch output, and pressure. Those are two more things. So who's better at getting that punch volume up and also getting that pressure up? Who's better between these two fighters? Because remember, we're talking about these two fighters here. You stupid, Derek. Derek said, not a job. He said, I'm running the street. Man, stop chasing them here. Derek, stop chasing those O's. Stop chasing those O's. Derek out there. Hey, Derek told y'all. Derek out there chasing the O's, y'all. Derek out there chasing the O's, Jake Brown. He let us know. Derek's out there chasing the O's. Bring up what you need to bring up. If it's relative to the discussion, fans just got to deal with it. That's right. Yeah. Well, that's true too, though. But I don't want. I mean, I will. You know, I will anyway. I'm gonna say what you know me. I'm sarcastic, so I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say. But shit, if I got to bring up old shit, Jay Brown, you know I'll bring up old shit. I'll bring up old and new shit. Why is old? When it comes to boxing, why is old stuff relevant? When it comes to boxing, why is old things? Why is it relevant? There's a lot of fighters out there fighting right now. We could just name a bunch of them. Like, we can name a bunch of them, more than 5, more than 10. We could name a whole lot of fighters right now. That if we brought up old shit, guess what? Why we bring up old stuff? I'm going to tell you, because you guys probably wrote it anyway, but I'm going to tell you why you bring up old shit. The reason you bring up old shit is because they call it old habits. You don't break a old dog out of the old habits. That's why you bring up old shit. Has anything happened in the past to a fighter that can still happen to that fighter? Even when you talk about, let's talk about fighters that do a whole lot of repeating on punch combinations. Now, you didn't think about that one. Does Bud do anything that I might break down that you didn't know about that he does as a repeat that might get his ass slapped? We ain't even got serious about it yet. You know what I mean? I'll let y'all just go ahead and do your talking and start thinking that you know the ins and outs. You know? I don't have a background. You're right. I don't know shit. When I say I don't know shit about boxing, I don't know this new culture in boxing. But Eagle been doing a little bit of combating for a long time. I probably forgot more than I know. But we're gonna see. We're gonna break some toes up in here. Now, the reason you bring up old stuff, just like I said, is because the old habits are hard to break. Some of the shit that you've been doing, you still doing. If you getting caught with certain shit, you've been getting caught with certain shit. I'm gonna tell you one plus when it comes to Errol Spence. The one plus for him, his one habit. His habit is beating on your damn your body. Here we go. Here come the troll right here. Our troll. This is he's our official member. It don't matter. He a moderator, but this our official troll right here. Ryan said Bud by Kale. And so you know that's, like I said, that's a super Bud fan. You notice no content whatsoever. Just Bud by Kale. You got EJ with the volume and tempo. EJ has volume, but I don't think he dictates the tempo. I think EJ, he kind of dictates them. I like the way that the coach actually made the assessment. He said that you fight Earl where Earl wants you to fight, and it makes sense. It's kind of a vague statement, but it makes sense. These O's. Yeah, I think you mean that they ain't loyal. Look, Derek ain't gonna say nothing though, Jay. He ain't gonna say shit. Hey, Derek. Jake said these O's ain't loyal because it shows tendencies. There you go. It shows tendencies, and that was the point. If you get mad at Eagle, you just get mad at Eagle. I'm never mad at y'all because we gonna discuss. Like, I'm gonna laugh at you anyway. It's like when Ryan come in talking that Bud Kale. I'm just gonna laugh because I'm gonna laugh because he ain't saying nothing. Yep. Even slow ass Jeff Horn cracked him. So when you start painting a narrative in your mind that Earl can't touch you, I think you might be in for a rude awakening. Hopefully it's just all cap. Hopefully you just talking. Hopefully you know that you got a little bit respect for Earl. You got a little bit more respect for Earl than what you showing like you do. Because you got even your fans, even Errol Spence fans ain't talking about Bud is getting knocked out in 8 rounds, but you got people coming up and but he getting knocked out. He gonna weather the storm and knock Earl out in 8. Earl gets stronger and stronger. Don't you know Earl is stronger in the 8th round than he is in the 2nd, 3rd round? You guys better pay attention to the protocol. You guys better pay attention. And I ain't mad at you. And like I said, I ain't mad at you. It would be nice to have somebody, to give us that kind of a breakdown. But I'm gonna do the break. I'm gonna do my breakdown. I'm just trying to pull this together. So I'm gonna have it done this week. We'll get it done this week, or if not early next week, we're gonna get it done. And I'm gonna base most of it off the last fights. This so we can see. The only reason I'm doing this in the first place, Jay Brown, is because I just got kind of frustrated with this, because I said in the beginning, I didn't want to do this the way that I'm doing it. But as these certain fans is just getting so unruly that it's like they're gonna make me do. They're making me. They force my hand. I don't have to do it, but they force my hand into doing it because it's like y'all saying way too much. Y'all ain't doing no kind of explanation. Y'all do your Budsplaining it's just not working. That's almost like copsplaining when they try to tell you why they manhandling you and shit for illegal shit that they ain't got no business touching you. Oh, the reason we putting hands on you because you suspected of something. What? I ain't suspected of a crime. Get your ass out of here. Y'all just total, y'all just body touchers. You say that both Spence and Crawford had signature combinations. Bud 2-1 or 2-1-2. Spence 3-4 4-3. Yeah, that's a good assessment. Yeah. Earl be hooking to the body. Bud tries to throw to the body, but one thing Bud does, which is a habit, which is a habit, silly rabbit, is Bud puts his arm out pretty far before he throws a hook a lot of times. And he got that kind of short, like snapping type of hook with a straight up and down fight with a fighter with tight D. He might be some problem with somebody who throws straighter punches, because a lot of Bud shit comes around like this, and that little jab flicking. Somebody can get mad at me if they want to, but my whole thing with Earl, make sure that y'all check that boy's gloves before y'all fight him too. Because he ain't hitting harder than Mike Tyson. When he's sitting there trying to hide busted gloves that other fight. We trying to hide his gloves like, oh yeah, my gloves is busted. Man, please. You start making me suspect of you, And I'm not accusing you of the damn thing. Ain't all that before he had a car crash. I don't know what you. I don't know what your sentence. I don't know what you mean. You said ain't all that before the car crash. Too many Earl sexuals out here are here. If Bud started his career with PBC, be a lot more Bud fans. Who said there's not? Who said there's not a lot of Bud fans? And is that why? Is that why Errol Spence has the platform? I tell you what, I don't know the whole details, but from my understanding, I don't know if Jay Brown got more information on it, but from my understanding, Earl gave up a whole lot to get this fight. He gave up shit that matter of fact, I've heard on numerous occasions that a lot of people told Earl don't take that fight. They told Earl don't fight him. They told Earl to move up, F him, because he wants too much. I heard he even wanted a coin toss to see who goes into the ring first. What kind of... Really? When has he ever wanted a coin toss to see who goes in the ring first? That's some old weak ass shit. Come on, dude. Really, you doing all that kind of shit? You a champ. You like such a great champ, and you doing all that kind of weird shit? That's so weirdo. That's weirdo type of shit. I see the kind of fanboys that he had. Yeah, because I know a lot of people is sucking on his jockstrap, talking about, yeah, you right, bud. You right. You right, bud. You should make him flip a coin to go into see who goes into the ring first. Man, get out of here, man. Come on, stop it, man. Y'all gonna make me go like completely ballistic, and I'm trying to keep an open mind on the show, even though I'm still going with Earl. There's a reason I'm going with Earl. It's not like I don't like this. I don't like fans. A lot of times I don't like fans, even when it comes to sports. I live out here out west right now. I can't stand like 49er fans. Don't you know how happy I was? I got to wear my Kansas City, like 2 out of the last 3 years I got to wear my Kansas City. And it's not, I didn't rep Kansas City because it's just me. It's just that's my family. My family represent Kansas City like that. But I got to wear my jersey like 2 out of the last 3 years. And I was in hostile territory 2 times. 2 times I was in hostile territory, but this one was bad though, because I was in places they was, oh yeah, San Francisco got this. I was like, really? I said, no, my boys is doing what my boys is gonna do what they gotta do. Right? I told my boys gonna do what they gotta do. And of course, my boys did exactly what they had to do. And I got to wear my jersey. But that was my whole point. That's why I got out of team sports, a lot of sports. I like individual players, but I got out of team sports because I just got tired of the teams going back. Because people, I'm going to tell you, man, what a lot of people don't understand is with this team sports, shit gets violent. I'm not saying it don't get violent when it's just, when it's just individual, but shit gets out of hand. I had a family with me, right? And I had a 1 star in the back of my back of my window, just because I had the blue star up in the back my back window. I had my blue Jeep. So I come back and my tires are flat, and I'm at a damn baseball game. Think about that. I'm at a baseball game. I end up with flat tires. I end up with flat tires just for having the star. Come on, does that make sense? And so some low life dirty shit might even happen because with this fight. I'm not going naked. I'm I can't afford to go naked just in case. Yeah. Jay Brown said the way you doing it, none of the fanboy channels will never break down into categories. They too worried about what Derrick James and Bo Max said about their boyfriends. Yeah. Yeah, that's true, Jay Brown. But see, Jay Brown, we've never done it other people's way. That shit didn't work. Remember, we tried way back in the start. We used to do a little bit about what they did, and we got a little bit into the box rec stuff, but we stopped doing this shit because it was just that's too much. It's like, nah, I'm not gonna try to get in people's pockets as much. Every once in a while, we'll bring up money, but most time we stay away from that shit. But you're right though, Jay Brown. Yep, that's why. You see how many? Did you see how many people came flooding up in here and then disappeared? See, People don't understand. They see two people talking or one person that's still talking. They, some people drive and some people got other shit to do. But those guys came in here. Matter of fact, even some of my people, my mods, didn't give me. I didn't get all my thumbs up from y'all. I didn't even get all my thumbs up. So y'all shorted me. So y'all go back and give Eagle his thumbs up. Let me reset this. Maybe they up in here. Y'all make sure y'all give Eagles his thumbs up. If you don't, you don't. But I like when my mods give you my thumbs up. Even if you're mad at me a little bit. Oh yeah, see, and if you guys look at Fight Hub, I'm gonna just tell you, there's a little thing up there already that Terrence Crawford is getting emotional. That he's upset because of he thinks that Spencer's underestimating him because he talking about he got a glass shield for a chin and more. And that the shit didn't even come from Earl. Bud just trying to hype himself up and try to get himself geeked up to fight Earl over shit that Earl didn't even say. Earl just said, yeah, I agree with that. He was just laughing and playing around. He was laughing and playing around with Tank Davis. Because Tank Davis is the one that said that shit. Because Tank think he can beat Bud. And a lot of people think that Bud is just outboxing, but Bud can't get tired and sleep and mess around and get caught by Tank. Even if if people think Tank is too small. Just think about Bud used to be his size. And I think Tank crack harder than Bud. Even though he's smaller, I think he crack harder than Bud does. I'm sorry, he cracks harder than Bud. And people can get mad at me. They gonna get mad. Oh, thumbs down. Oh, Eagle said the Tank crack harder than Bud. I'm gonna go tell Bud. Man, tell your mama too. Don't come in here with that shit. Yep. Jay Brown said he just said it haven't heard Bud ever speak out against EJ. Claims that he gave up a lot to make up the fight. I could care less. Yep. Yep. And that's the whole point, though. See, and Bud ain't throwing out no disclaimer. Tank is the most overrated boxer out there. He ain't got no losses. So he might be overrated, but he ain't got no losses yet. I can say that for him. That's my little nephew, so you can talk about him, but just watch yourself. Because I still like the kid. Because he's funny to me. He make me laugh. He entertaining the boxing. He puts asses in seats, and that's what we need in boxing. We need Tank Davis in boxing. Whether you say he's overrated or not, we need Tank Davis in boxing. Just like I said, I don't like Sean Porter, but we needed Sean Porter in boxing. Ugas, I like. We need Ugas in boxing. There's certain fighters I can see that we need in boxing. Danny Garcia, we don't need Danny Garcia in boxing. There's certain fighters we don't need Pacquiao in boxing no more. Boots Ennis, we need Boots Ennis in boxing. Ortiz, we need him in boxing. There's certain fighters that I would say that we need in boxing. And certain guys, I don't give a shit if they box or not. I didn't ask you that. You said he's overrated. You said he ain't got no big wins. He beat somebody that moved up to 147 and still looks pretty good. Didn't he beat Barrios? That wasn't a good win for him, fighting somebody bigger than him. And he was taking some punishment in there too. He's getting hit. It's not like he wasn't getting hit. Leo Santa Cruz was garbage. Y'all got to stop with this bullshit, man. So Leo Santa Cruz was garbage when he fought Tank. And if another person comes up with this moving up shit, I'm going to end up blocking you myself. Floyd Mayweather moved up from 135 to 147 to fight De La Hoya, did he not? Haney beats Tank and Shakur beats Tank. Let him fight. Let's see. I'm going with Tank. So I'm still going to go with Tank on that. But that's all right, Jay Brown. We're going to get back to stepping on some next time that we get a chance. I didn't get all the information out. I mean, I didn't get all the responses I needed back because I know a lot of y'all are busy right now. I'll try to get in even a little bit earlier. I'm just waiting on this one I'm just waiting on this one company to contact me back, man. They should have contacted me by now. So let me get out of here and check my emails and check my messages on the phone. Huh. He gets called a 3 division world champ, all regular belts. If you're a champ with regular belts, you're still a champ. He said 1 real belt. What don't? Does he care about belts? Think about that part. He's a prize fighter. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think Errol Spence cares about belts as much as people think he does. He did, but he realizes that he made a mistake worried about belts. Believe me, Errol Spence only wants this because he said that he wanted to go get the 4th belt. But other than that, I don't think Errol Spence really gives a shit about no belts. He's not going to be showing that he cares about belts anymore. Once he gets that fame and he starts getting money, all Errol Spence cares about is beating people's asses up and getting paid. Because that's why, if you got to listen to what he said, that's why he has Canelo as number 1. He don't have Canelo as number 1 because he don't think he can whoop Canelo's ass. He got Canelo at number 1 because Canelo's getting all the money. Okay, we don't believe him because every time I butt around Spence, he stays smiling and joking with EJ. Yeah. See, Jay Brown, you're a grown man, so you're looking at stuff in a grown man way of looking at it. A lot of these guys ain't gonna look at it in a grown man way. We could feel that. Yeah, I seen Bud, like seen his eyes going from side to side. Don't you know when your eyes go to side, when you acting like you and you shaking your head no and shit like that, when you saying you gonna do something, don't you know you lying in front of people? That's that psychology on it. A lot of people don't understand that. Your eyes and your chin be telling the truth. While you doing like this, you don't even know it. A little subtle, turning your head side to side. That means you don't believe in your own self. He don't believe in himself like that people think he do. But we're gonna see. Maybe he will. But if he keeps psyching himself out, maybe he will. Especially if he's saying that if he's blaming Earl for the glass chin shit. That was Tank Davis. That was Tank just making up, laughing and making. That's why I like Tank. Because Tank can start trouble with you. He ain't even in your division and you fell for it and you blaming somebody else for it. You're blaming somebody else for it to make yourself so you can get heated. Yeah, that's what he said. Man, stop that dumb shit, man. Stop that dumb, crybaby ass stuff, man. Stop it, man. Anyway, my shout out to all the real people that I see. And my shout out to all y'all that mess with me. Ryan, keep coming in trolling. Thank you, brother. Ryan trolling ass, Ryan. Ryan hate everything. He's overrated. He gets so heated up. Yeah, I'm gonna catch y'all, Brown. Low. Ryan. Who else? GC. And Derek to the Bailey. And whoever else decided to fall up in here, somebody will come in later on. Yeah, they will come in later on and maybe put up some little stuff. Hey, but the heat's just going up, so they better get used to it because it's gonna get worse and worse with Eagle until this fight. All right, y'all.